Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, our Washington, D.C. crew breaks down the economic toll the Iran conflict is having on Americans. Plus, we hear from Dave Preston as he continues his campaign to switch from a state representative to a state senator. And a church in Harvey is working to get kids in need ready to head back to school. We'll tell you how. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. It's been a beautiful day out there so far. Hoping that can continue.
Yeah, Kevin, good evening. Another beautiful one. And thankfully, we're settling into a more dry and sunny pattern, so we're not too worried about the rain at the moment, which is, of course, perfect for any outdoor plans that you may have. So the sun continues to shine. We do have some clouds popping up, but it's mostly sunny for this evening across the UP, sitting at 83 down to Iron Mountain, 75 for us here in Marquette, 70 to Munising, 78 down to Escanaba. So a good mix of those fairly seasonal summer temperatures. Have lots of sunshine continuing tonight, and like I said, we have a dry pattern, so we'll see how long that lasts in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Kelly. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Gas prices are climbing again as uncertainty over the Iran conflict continues to rattle global oil markets. President Trump claims the U.S. has full control of the Strait of Hormuz, but stalled peace talks are keeping pressure on prices. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon has the latest on the conflict as well as new data on inflation.
Persisting pressure at the pump for millions of Americans. The national average for regular gas jumped 3 cents Wednesday, now at $4.04 a gallon, according to AAA. Oil prices remain volatile as hopes for a swift end to the Iran war fade. However, new data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows annual inflation cooling for the second consecutive month, reaching 3.4% in July. The Consumer Price Index rose slightly from June, meeting expectations and offering some relief to consumers.
All of the price data have been decelerating.
Still, the war with Iran and disruption in the Strait of Hormuz continues to deal wild cards in a game of economic stability.
Prices are still higher than we would like, but we've taken a lot of steps so that when the Gulf situation is resolved, then we can expect prices to go way down because of all these new measures that we've taken.
Iran is going fine, going just absolutely fine.
After recent optimism helped push crude prices lower, tougher rhetoric from Iran sent them back up.
We totally control the Strait of Hormuz. We have control over it.
Before the war, roughly 1/5 of the world's oil moved through the strategic waterway. Since then, maritime traffic has been disrupted, squeezing global energy supplies. Iran, meanwhile, accuses the U.S. of violating their June agreement and is demanding new concessions before reopening the waterway. But even if the strait reopens, a return to normal could take time, meaning relief at the pump may not come immediately. Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Republican Dave Preston is the nominee for the 38th District State Senate seat, now held by term-limited Senator Ed McBroom. Preston currently serves in the state house and says energy and health care will drive his campaign. He wants to use his experience as a state rep, paramedic, and business owner to continue advocating for the people of the UP.
I believe in my daughter's future, that she deserves one, and I believe that everyone in the UP deserves a future, and that young people should be able to stay here and thrive. And Michigan has to get out of this framework of one size fits all, where everything that they do below the bridge is superimposed on the Upper Peninsula because it's killing us.
He faces Democrat Kelly Van Genhoven this November in the general election on November 3rd. WZMQ 19 sits down with Democrat candidate Kelly Van Genhoven this Friday. With a new school year around the corner, Silver Creek Church is holding its 20th annual backpack and school supply giveaway event this Saturday. The church's Backpack SOS, or Support Our Students program, started in 2006 with about 50 backpacks to hand out. This weekend, 900 backpacks will be available. Families will provide the grades of their children to receive a selection of items based on their age. This year includes a partnership with Convoy of Hope to provide additional hygiene kits, food, and household items.
Just so many things that people are going to be able to access all in one place at one time in a drive-up event. They can stay in the car, get what they need, and really it's a great opportunity.
The event will take place in the Silver Creek Church parking lot this Saturday morning from 9 to 11. Delta County's arts community is making a big difference in the life of a foreign exchange student. 4 years ago, Paul Bachschmidt came to Escanaba from Paris, France, not knowing what career path he would pursue. He was asked to join the crew of a Players d'Anoc show and quickly fell in love with performing arts. He participated in other productions at local schools, then returned to Paris to attend an arts and culture college. He's now pursuing a career in the arts through internships, working on theater productions and doing public relations work for museums.
If I hadn't come here, I probably wouldn't be where I'm today, so I'm very grateful for that. Just a lot of people that have helped me. It just inspired me to be what I am today, so I'm very happy about that.
This fall, Bachschmidt will begin an internship at the National Opera of Paris. We'll have more on this story tonight at 11:10 Central. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. It's been a beautiful day so far. Kelly will tell us if we can continue to expect these conditions in the near future. And we're live for tonight's Wednesday night farmers market in downtown Marquette. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
I'm Tony DeCopel. The CBS Evening News is the story of America one day at a time.
I'm Tony.
While we cover a lot of ground, we also stick to the basics. What's real?
Do you ever get scared?
Yeah. And what's important.
I'm just asking you why you're here and what your message is.
Success for us is not how much we pack into a show, but how much you take away from it. And we'll always end with the good stuff, something to remind you that there's a lot of life out there beyond the headlines. So join me. This is the CBS Evening News.
It's game day in the UP. When the cans are empty and the boxes stack up, don't trash it, recycle it. Recycle 906 accepts cans, cardboard, plastics, and more from across the Upper Peninsula. Game on, recycle on.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
We examine EKGs and use advanced imaging to uncover minute details. But what we see is you. We see how your heart beats with love and powers laughter. Even as we practice the latest medical science and perform advanced procedures, what we see is how we can help you live a healthy and active life. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Heart Care. What we see is you.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Pure Outdoor.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
At Shunk Furniture Marquette, we save you money. With hot buys like these premium sofas from Lazy Boy are 50% off. How about a leather stress-free chair and ottoman for just $849? There's hot buys in dining room too. This large 86-inch wood table is just $799. Mr. Mattress here, there's big discounts on Serta, up to $900 off. The Tempur-Pedic Breeze is on sale too, up to $1,000 off. You'll save on Stearns & Foster and Sealy too. Shop Shunks of Marquette today.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. Yesterday there was a lot of active weather through portions of the Midwest and also the southern Great Lakes, and there was actually new confirmation today, or preliminary confirmation, that there was actually a derecho, and it originated out in Iowa. This is a radar loop from yesterday, so this is not right now, but this derecho went from Iowa across Illinois, Indiana, through most of Ohio before it eventually stalled out into West Virginia, Kentucky, and Tennessee. But you can just see how long of a duration, how long of a distance that this was, and it brought very strong winds. There was reports of 99-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Gary, Indiana, multiple reports of cars being flipped over from the wind in Ohio. Now, the last time that the Upper Peninsula of Michigan saw a derecho event was back in 2020, July 17th and 18th, but a derecho, as defined by the National Weather Service, is a long-lived and widespread windstorm, and it's produced by severe thunderstorms. It's kind of a parent storm that has to have criteria, but as a whole, the continuous wind gusts of 58 miles per hour, that has to happen through most of its path. That has to be at least 240 miles, and also the storm reports of severe wind has to have no more than 1 hour in between. It shows the continuity and the progression of this storm. So we had all these things from yesterday, and the Storm Prediction Center did go ahead and confirm, or preliminarily confirm, that that was a derecho, and it's similar to all the different excuse me, types of wind damage like tornado and downbursts, more in the sense of straight line winds and downbursts, as a derecho is kind of a combination of these two, where there can be downbursts within a big form of straight line winds. But again, this just goes to show that even if you are just dealing with wind when you're talking about severe thunderstorms, that has to be taken seriously. Even if there is no rain with it, wind can be very impactful. And that was yesterday, and honestly, that system did kind of stabilize a lot of different things, especially for the Upper Peninsula. So we're not going to see too much. A fairly strong high-pressure system will keep things in control and keep things dry. So I did have a chance of some showers maybe for Thursday night going into Friday. I've gone ahead and removed that just because I'm not quite convinced by it, but I have that 20% just in case if you do get that dense cloud cover, you get a little drizzle from it. But I'm not seeing much rain at all until maybe even next week. So for right now, things are looking good for a good period of time in terms of keeping things dry. And also our wind is going to be on the calm side. So we're not going to see some strong wind gusts really for the next 5 days or so. The muggy meter, though, we will feel that humidity. It's going to get very, very humid during the day on Saturday. So I'll be watching out for that, especially. Sometimes you can get those humidity-driven types of storms, but you're going to need to stay hydrated. Even if it's not super hot, that humidity, you will feel it on Saturday. And hopefully at this point, the rain should hold off until early of next week.
All right, Kelly, thank you again. It's another Wednesday night, which means it's a time for another farmer's market in our own front yard. Joining us live is WZMQ's Andrew Hands. Andrew, good evening. What have you got for us today?
Yeah, Kevin, I would typically be talking with a vendor this evening, but today we're going to be talking about the multiple options for payments here at the market. We always like to highlight this just for some information for folks. I'm joined today by Farmers Market Manager Brian Shire. Thanks very much for joining us. If you could kind of just explain what options are available for folks here.
Yeah, so our market runs 4 food assistance programs. If you have an EBT card, you can do SNAP, and then we'll double up that up to $50. Then we also do food as medicine and fresh food access through the voucher program.
Okay. And I understand there are certain items that these can go towards. What does that entitle?
Yeah, for our SNAP, wooden tokens can go to any of the food really other than hot food. Double up and food as medicine go directly to produce, and our upcap one will go directly to things like meat, honey, maple syrup, and eggs.
All right, and how can people access all this information?
They can come to us at the information booth. There we can do the transfer from your EBT card to tokens, and we can give you information on how to use those vouchers at the market.
Okay. And talking about feedback through using these programs, what is that like throughout?
Yeah, so it's been received really well. For community members, they're loving it because they're getting access to fresh food that they wouldn't have, and our farmers love it because it's helping support them and their farms.
Well, that's great to hear, and as always, we appreciate everything you guys do to put this all on and to include everyone in that. So that is all the time we have. Thank you very much, Brian, for joining us. Live in Marquette, I'm Andrew Hands. Back to you, Kevin.
Andrew, thank you very much, sir. And coming up next on Insights, the Marquette County Fair makes its return tomorrow. We'll have a preview on what to expect with it being the 35th year. That conversation's in 2 minutes.
Ready to have a ball today, Kelly?
You better be. Sterling K. Brown. Plus, it's pink. What's up? And Bridgerton's Year and Ha. I love this season. This is my favorite one. And every time y'all get me.
Shonda knows what she's doing.
Next, Kelly, you love singing R&B music, right?
Man, look here, man. Y'all ain't gonna get Brown in front of Pink and Kelly Clarkson.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS. Watch the Medical Minute, Thursdays at 6 and 11, only on 19 News. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare.
Anything that's wrong with America can be fixed by what's right in America. We are defined more by our shared values and our differences, and we're having a conversation about how.
We know you're wondering, what's Jack's crew up to now? Our barbecue is smoking. Plates all week, big platters on the weekends, including our mouth-watering, award-winning ribs. Friday nights, dive into the Drunken Fisherman with unique sauces you won't find anywhere else. Our soup and salad bar is open now. A meal on its own, or add it to any entree. Stop in and see what we're up to next. Jack's Restaurant, Main Street in Rapid River.
Life events don't always come with a warning. One minute, everything's fine, and the next, it isn't. For active duty and retired sailors, Marines, and their families, those moments can feel isolating. But they're not alone. Navy Marine Corps Relief Society helps those in need find a way forward with compassion, without judgment. Navy Marine Corps Relief Society, powered by compassion.
I'm Drew Carey from The Price is Right here on TV 19.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. A local summer tradition returns to Sands this week. Here to tell us all about this year's Marquette County Fair is Board President Walt Mackey. Walt, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Absolutely. Well, first let's start with just what year is this for the fair?
This is year number 35.
Wow.
Yeah. So it started out as a lot of sand and a lot of dust, but now it's a beautiful fairgrounds. So one of the best ones in the UP, I think.
All right, excellent. So 35 years, that's a pretty big milestone.
That's a pretty big milestone.
Yeah.
It is. And it's all been done by volunteers. There's no state or county money earmarked for that. So it's a big milestone for all the volunteers.
Good stuff. And with it being such a big milestone, what's planned?
Well, a lot of things. We have some great new entertainment. We have people come out and see. We have some cool acrobat show. We have a mini golf course set up. We have a kids game show set up. So a lot of cool things. Of course, horse shows on Friday, Saturday. We have the livestock show on Thursday and a big livestock sale on Saturday. That's a big tradition.
All right, excellent. What else about the Marquette County Fair just makes it so special?
Well, I think it's the fair food. That's my favorite part about the whole fair. Well, any fair, but ours in particular, because I know the vendors so well, and there was a time where we used to bring things to the fair to have in our camper to eat. My wife has just given up on that. Now I just eat fair food the whole time.
That sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, I like to tell my friends, come for lunch and stay for dinner.
Good stuff, excellent. Tell us more about the livestock shows that'll be going on.
Okay, the livestock show will be going on Thursday all day, and then the winners, all the livestock is sold, but they're based on how they do in the ring as far as their sale order goes. So, of course, everybody's trying to get to be the #1 salesperson for the grand champion. So it's an exciting time. And these kids have been working with these animals now for the pigs, they've been in all summer. For the steers, they bought last year before the fair. So they've been working with them for a long time.
Sure. How impressive is it for you to see that kind of work going into it from them?
Well, I think it's really great to see how dedicated these kids are. They spend so much time. You look at an average farm and the cows are just out in the field, where these cows have been walked every few days, and they've been kind of babied their whole life.
Sure. Yeah. All right. And I'm sure there's a lot of people wondering about admission. How can they be able to attend?
Yeah. We're open from 10 to 10, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Admission is $7 for adults, $4 for kids. On Thursday, it's Military Appreciation Day, so it's $4 for the military and for senior citizens.
Excellent. All right.
And Thursday there's a big car show too. So that's car show goes well with senior citizens, I think.
For sure. Tell us just what kind of crowd you're expecting, too.
Well, we hope to have a big crowd. It looks like the weather's going to be great for us. You know, mid-70s sounds like, and no rain. So we're hoping for around 10,000 people there this weekend.
Good deal.
Yeah.
All right. Walt, is there anything else you wanted to add at all?
No, I think that's about it.
All
I just
right.
welcome everybody to come to the fair. We can't wait to see you.
Perfect. All right, Walt, I think that's all the time we have then. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we'll find out what animal Easton Zimnaska of Creature Cabin is bringing on for us today. Creature Feature is after the break.
I'm Tony DeCoppel. Ahead on the CBS Evening News, the good stuff tonight. An update on the story of Lin Mai, the baby elephant born to the National Zoo back in February. Huge star on social media, but behind the scenes, tougher childhood than you might expect. Rejected by her mother, she's been raised by zoo caretakers instead. But happy to say that's gone very well. We have an interview with one of those caretakers and an update on Lin Mai ahead on the CBS Evening News.
All new house guests. I got the keys. All new drama.
I'm right here.
You got caught, baby. You know it's summer when I say Big Brother.
A new Big Brother, CBS tonight, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Dating these days kinda sucks.
Max, these are my parents.
If he hurts her, we eat him.
Sure thing, Charles.
Wait, what?
Eternally Yours. New series Thursday, October 8th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
Pucko's Party Store is where the party starts. They're your party store and more in Calumet. Great deals on all your favorite drinks and snacks. Keep warm and in style with exclusive Cuban alpaca gear and Pucko's wear. Craft beers and top shelf drinks for whatever your taste. Many lucky winners have won big bucks at Pucko's. Don't forget your ORV, hunting and fishing license, and the best bait.
Save your bucks at Bucko's.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
The UP State Fair returns to Escanaba August 17th through the 23rd, and it's bigger, better, and more exciting than ever. From thrilling rides to mouthwatering food to championship livestock shows and toe-tapping grandstand entertainment, there's something for everyone at Michigan's only State Fair. Don't miss a moment. August 17th through 23rd at the UP State Fairgrounds in Escanaba. Visit upstatefair.net for schedules, tickets, and more. WZMQ TV19 is proud to be a reserved champion sponsor of the UP State Fair.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome back, Easton. Different kind of animal on
A little
today.
bit, yeah. I know we had a red-bellied piranha on earlier in the little show series that was taxidermy. So someone told me, why don't you bring in a live fish? And I'm like, well, I'll do that then if you're gonna really ask me to. Today I brought on sapphire, which is a betta fish, or also known as a Siamese fighting fish. These guys, a lot of people know about them. They're usually the first fish you get as a kid. Between that, a goldfish, maybe guppies. Usually you get them at like PetSmart. You can get them at the carnival. They're all over the place. Very popular. There are some big misconceptions about them though that a lot of people get mad about. I don't really get mad about them, but I'm more like, let's try to educate and like steer people clear of them. Kind of like what I do with reptiles, arachnids, that kind of thing. Not really mammals yet, because obviously I don't got a lot of those, besides my dogs. So with these guys, their native range comes from Southeast Asia, like Vietnam, Thailand, that sort of area. And they live in small streams, they live in big rice fields when they get washed over. They'll feed on insect larvae, insects in the water. They're very carnivorous. And that's where the first big misconception comes, are the plant tanks, if you ever see them, where someone plants a rooted plant above them, the roots go in and it's supposed to feed the betta fish. They actually don't eat the roots. It was a big misconception in the 80s that popped up. They are really big on bugs though, so if you were to pop like a mealworm in there or a cricket with kind of a little smaller one that they could chew on, they would absolutely go for that right away. They live for around 3 to 5 years too, so they live for quite a long time for like a first-time fish, which I know a lot of people think, oh, they live for a year. Well, you know, some animals do, but these guys they live for actually a lot longer than you think.
As long as they're in the right conditions.
In the right conditions. Usually in those smaller tanks that are less than a gallon or those rooted tanks, they usually pass away from starvation or the like sludge buildup. Because plants, you can do a natural filter with plants in your tank that clears out all that gross stuff, but you need to have a lot of them because like humans and other animals, plants can get full and they can wait for food, and while they wait, that sludge builds back up again. Something also cool I found out about them while I was doing research on them is that there were actually gambling tournaments on these guys in the 19th century, I believe, like early 19th century. They would basically pin males up against each other and they'd place money on which one would win. And there was actually a king that put a tax on them. I believe it was the third king of Rama, or I hope I'm getting that right. He placed a tax on it because it became such a popular sport because everyone wanted to do it. Now that's also expanded into like spider battles and stuff, kind of like Street Fighter for fish and spiders.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was one thing I knew about them is they're very aggressive towards each other.
Males are very aggressive. Females are pretty passive. That you can occasionally get the aggressive one, but the females like Sapphire here can usually live harmoniously with like snails, guppies, fish that don't really threaten them, so they don't feel like the need to fight back. Males, though, they'll go crazy. Females, totally peaceful.
Gotcha. And as we run out of time, Easton, how would you rate them as kind of a first-time fish to own?
I'd say a 10 out of 10. As long as you give them, I'd say a 3-gallon tank and some live plants, they'll be your best friend. They'll come up and greet you every morning, or at least she does.
Gotcha. All right, Easton, I think that's all the time, my friend. Always appreciate having you come on.
Thanks for having us.
And a very cool animal this time as well. Thank you very much, and we'll be right back with your final look at weather.
We started back in 1913. Grandfather would go from door to door on a cart selling dry goods. It's great seeing people actually come in saying, you know, my grandfather waited on you. We offer a wide selection of La-Z-Boy recliners, Smith Brothers Amish furniture. We also offer a wide selection of appliances, all with free delivery, and we'll set it up where you'd like. Being able to help the customer and satisfy what they're looking for in their house, making it the place that they want to be, has been one of the most rewarding things.
The average cost of mesothelioma treatment can exceed $400,000. Families often face losing their homes or life savings just to pay the bills. If you or a loved one worked in these industries and were diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to compensation to protect your family. At Rights and Claims, we've helped families recover over $1 billion to cover medical costs, lost wages, and more. Let us help you secure their future with the compensation you deserve. Call 800-971-5781.
We examine lab results closely. We monitor treatment progress meticulously. But what we see is you. We see how cancer affects the life you lead and touches the love you share. Even as we practice the latest treatments and consider the most advanced options, what we see is how we can provide the best possible care for you. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Cancer Care. What we see is you.
For more than 30 years, our community has come through, building affordable homes, making critical repairs, and building ramps for those who need a little help and a little hope. Habitat for Humanity volunteers produce amazing results treasured forever. You could be our next hero. Volunteers are needed to provide affordable housing in Marquette County. Join in. Sign up. It's easy. Go to UpersUnited.com or use the QR code shown here. A public service message of Habitat for Humanity and WZMQ TV 19.
And a final check of your forecast. Things are pretty quiet for tonight. We're not seeing a lot of cloud cover, not seeing much rain either, and we'll keep it that way for the majority of us for the next 24 hours. Maybe an isolated raindrop here in Marquette. Most of that should stay overnight. We'll reach some seasonal high temperatures into the upper 70s and lower 80s tomorrow. A bit cooler for Friday and Saturday, also carrying that into Sunday. And then we start to warm things up as the rain returns into the forecast for next week.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, a new business is open in downtown Ishpeming focused on self-care. Open since June, Nana Ann's Massage and Wellness officially cut the ribbon earlier today. They offer massages and yoga to relieve pain and stress, and for those visiting to take a minute away from life. The first series of yoga just concluded, and the next edition will be coming in the future. Guest instructors and teachers will be holding special classes as well.
I created Nana Ann's Massage and Wellness in honor of my late Nana, Ann Wise. She passed from ALS in 2019, and yeah, it's massage therapy and yoga. I've been practicing for almost 10 years.
You can find them in the Gossard building in downtown Ishpeming. That's it for now. We'll see you all later tonight.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopel. The breaking news right now.